The go live button.
I'm watching
I'm
for the note.
Setting up my meeting for Facebook Live.
We are live.
Yeah, we are. So the first big hurdle. And then let's see. My meeting for Facebook Live. So Susan, we'll be able to see all of these, all of the folks who are joining.
Tons of people.
So Susan, we'll be able to see all.
Yep, we've got people joining now, so we can see them come on.
So how do I eliminate the delay? Do I need to mute something?
If you want to mute the one on your phone.
I've got my volume turned off, so it shouldn't. Okay, hold on a second. I'm just going to get out of that. Okay. Are we ready to go? We'll let folks join. Hi, my name is Wendy Warner. I'm a troop support specialist, and I'm in the Southeast area office, which is based out of Lincoln. And I am one part of a 5-person team. I've got 4 counterparts throughout the state of Nebraska. On a normal year, we would normally have a volunteer enrichment conference. And due to the current situation, we have taken our volunteer enrichment conference online. And instead of compounding it or doing it throughout a day, we are doing it over a period of many nights. And so tonight we've got a couple of guest speakers who are talking about cookies. So think of these sessions as like the break of the sessions, the overall sessions at the conference, where you have a guest speaker that talks to the big group of people. And so we've got a number of them throughout the year. And our next one is on December 3rd, just kind of a shout out here. All of them can be found on our webpage under the programs calendar. And the one on December 3rd is Love Your Neighborhood, Community Service with Your Troop. And so with that, I'm going to jump into the cookie part of our presentation tonight. We've got guest speakers, 2 product program managers, Melissa Long and Vicki Hannes. And I think with that, I can turn it over to them. And they're going to walk us through an overview of the cookies. If you have questions, you can provide them in the chat. And then there'll also be an opportunity at the end, if we get bottlenecked with questions, we can ask questions. There's always the availability of the troop support specialists, the product program managers, and member support. So don't feel like once we leave here tonight, there's not any resources, or if you think of questions after this, those are the avenues also. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to you, Vicki, and we'll kick it off with all things cookies tonight.
All right. Well, we're excited. It's cookie time. So as Wendy mentioned, I am Vicki Hannes. I am a product program manager for the Northeast and North Central part of Nebraska. I cover all of the Northeast corner, basically. As she mentioned, if you do have any questions during this presentation, feel free to put them in the chat box, and my coworker Melissa will try to answer them for you. Girl Scout Spirit of Nebraska is excited to get started with the 2020 cookie program. I think it's important to acknowledge that we are all living with an uncomfortable level of uncertainty right now, but we're working towards diligently trying to create and structure a 2021 Girl Scout cookie program that is going to be safe and possible for all Girl Scouts in Nebraska. Some of the things that we've started working on so far, we have made the decision not to raise the price of cookies this year. You'll find that all the councils around us have either gone up to $5 or $6. So we just felt it was important to not raise the price at this time. We are also we are going to be subsidizing shipping for online direct shipped orders, cookie orders that are ordered through Smart Cookies. And we're developing ideas for new booth opportunities, including how to do drive-through cookie booths. So keep watching our website. We'll have a lot of information as we go through the next couple months. In addition to traditional in-person direct cookie sales, the 2021 program will offer online no contact options for selling cookies. And again, these are things that we're developing at this point. Girls can also participate completely online. They can complete activities in the Smart Cookies app, and they can offer their customers the opportunity to purchase cookies that can be paid for online and then directly shipped to the customer's home or business. And as I mentioned, we are subsidizing the shipping costs on those purchases. Girls and troops will get credit for all the cookies that are sold via the online sales. Another option is that girls can offer a girl delivery option, where customers will still pay for their cookies online, but they can request that the girls safely deliver that product to them. Again, all these details can be found on our website under the Cookies and Nuts tab, and we'll be adding things on kind of a daily basis right now. So how do we get started? The first step for troops is that plan to participate in the 2021 cookie program is to go to our website and fill out an intent form. You can either fill it out as a troop if your troop is planning to participate, or individual girls who are registered individually or want to participate in the cookie program, but their troop isn't. They can fill out an intent form as an individual. And then once we get that information, one of the product program managers will contact the parents, give them all the details as to how that Girl Scout can participate as an individual. After the troop intent form is submitted, then we will be sending out the training schedules for the troops, and that should be coming out in the next few days. The troop cookie manager for your troop will receive that email from your product program, and within that email will be a copy of the training schedule and a link to sign up Genius so that you can sign up for a training. And then, or the training schedule will also be on our website. You can just look at the schedule on the website and then click on the link in that as well. Excitingly, all of our cookie trainings will be conducted virtually this year. We do have a cookie volunteer who is going to conduct all of our trainings for us. She's done it for many years, and she's excited to be able to offer that service to you guys. So, and just note that the product program managers will also be available during the trainings to help answer questions as well. Trainings will start December 7th, and we'll have them offered at different dates, different times, some morning sessions, some afternoon sessions, some evening sessions. So there's a lot of variety. We're also going to offer an online version where you can just go and listen to the training at your convenience, and then let us know that you've completed it. Now, during the training, we're going to go over all the elements that you need to help you participate in the cookie program. At that time, too, you'll also learn about the product sale coordinator, or PSC, for your area. And that person is somebody that you can contact throughout the sale. They're available to help answer questions, help you with Smart Cookies. They might be also the person that you're going to pick up your cookies from. So you'll get that information at training. Now, once training is complete, you're going to set a time to pick up your materials for your troop. Materials are located at the service centers throughout the state, and also with some of the PSCs. And so once you completed training, you'll just contact your product program manager and find out where the closest place is that you can pick your materials up. In some cases, we may even have to mail them. So the 2021 cookie program begins on February 12th, 2021, and ends on March 21st. we listened and we've had many comments as why can't we start a little bit later? And so we have done that. In-person sales will start February 12th and run through March 21st. And then booth sales will begin on February 19th and end on March 21st. And with booth sales beginning on February 19th, that will also coordinate with GSUSA's National Cookie Weekend. So here's the theme. We want everybody to be amazing. And our mascot is the bee. And Beatrice is our large jumbo bee that we're going to be giving away during the program. There's also some big news to help grow your sales. We do have a new cookie this year. We have the French toast inspired cookie called Toast Yay. It's kind of a cookie that's has the imprint of the trefoil on it. It has the maple icing on the back. It's kind of similar to the Thanks a Lots in the fact that it's a cookie with icing on the back, but it is inspired by French toast. So you'll receive samples of the cookies when you get your troop training materials, so you can try them out with your girls. Unfortunately, on the other hand, we are going to be saying goodbye to the Girl Scout s'mores this season. So it's kind of unusual that we have 2 new cookies in 2 years in a row, but this is just something that GSUSA is developing for us. So when you're out selling your cookies or when the girls are out selling their cookies, make sure you tell your customers to stock up. Now, through all sales, troops earn 60 cents per package of cookies sold or 70 cents if you opt out of recognition. And when a troop chooses to opt out, that means that all the girls in the troop agree to forego the recognitions and get the extra profit. Maybe there's a big trip or there's a big community service project or something that they're working towards, so they want the extra money instead of the prizes. Girls are still eligible to earn patches when they opt out. They just don't get the fun recognitions or the cookie. Now, if your troop participated in the 2020 Fall Product Program and had over $1,600 in sales, then your troop is going to be eligible for the bonus of 2 cents per package of cookies sold if you go ahead and participate in the 2021 cookie program. In addition, this year to the traditional cookie recognitions we offer girls to earn, we are offering a crossover patch. This is what the patch will look like. It has the girl's name on it, the Spirit of Nebraska, and it means girls are making a difference. So to earn the patch, if girls participated in the 2020 Fall Product Program and they created an avatar or sent 15 or more emails to valid email addresses during the fall program, and then they go ahead and sell 300 or more packages of cookies during the cookie program, they're going to become eligible to get this custom Making a Difference patch. And so this patch will be shipped directly to the girl after the 2021 program is finished. Parents will get an email to fill in information necessary to send that patch to, and then it'll be shipped to them directly. So participating in any product program, including the cookie program, girls learn 5 essential skills. They learn how to manage their money, how to set goals, how to make decisions, how to learn people skills and business ethics. And these are skills that girls can use throughout their life, whether they're in school or on the job. By participating in the cookie program, girls will be able to set goals and decide what to do with the proceeds that they earn. For example, they could possibly save for a bigger trip. They could bank funds for next year. They could use it towards their girl awards that they're working for, or even for a take action project within their community. So, again, the cookie program is an easy way to get funds for your troop, and it can be done completely online if you want to avoid contact. Please let us know if you have any questions. That's just kind of a very quick overview, but we just want to kind of give you a heads up that we are going to go ahead and have a cookie program, and that we are doing everything possible to structure it so that everybody can be safe and still participate in the program. So, Melissa, I will let you kind of go over questions maybe that have come up in the chat.
Okay, so do we have any, we've got a couple staff folks who are monitoring the chat log. Do we have any questions in the chat log that we need to address?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
We had a lot of audio issues with this. It was going in and out. So Heather wants to know if there's a way to opt out online if girls are an individual. Heather, that would be through your product program manager that's going to run the IGMs. And all we require is an email of you telling us that, and we'll mark it on there, and she'll be able to opt out. When is the initial order due was a question. Vicki, do you have that handy?
I do. The initial order for cookies will not be due until January 15th. Since we moved the sale back a little bit later, we moved the initial order. So it gives you time to get through the holidays and get girls back into school and things like that. So Friday, January 15th is when your initial order will be due. Good question.
Okay. And then will there be a minimum to get free shipping? Do you want to cover that or do you want me to?
Go ahead, Melissa.
Okay. We're not doing free shipping. It's a subsidy type shipping. So it will be per package order, you'll get a discount on it. And we are getting that together and it will be posted on our website. And we will also cover it more in depth during training starting December 7th. What cookie is going away? A second one in addition to the thanks a lot. The s'more. We have one more year. 2021 will be the last year for the s'more. And then we will get a new cookie to replace the s'more. Since most sales will be online due to COVID, can delivery not cost as much for those who would rather have it shipped? Yes, Amy, we're doing a subsidy and that will be covered more during training. We are working out all the details on that now. Well, let me just scroll up real quick to make sure we covered everything. Love the Be Amazing shirts. Will those be available for us to purchase?
I can answer that, Melissa. Actually, the shirts will not be available for volunteers to purchase, but you will have the opportunity to purchase a hoodie. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture of it right at the moment, but starting December 7th, there will be a link on our website that you can purchase like thank you bags. We're going to have large size cookie boxes that you can use for cookie goods displays. We'll have the roll of banners, where you can pull it out and push it back. There will be an apron that has a pocket in it, and then we'll have the hoodies that you can purchase.
And Vicki, this is Wendy Warner. Do you remember when the deadline is for the purchase of the cookie products or the pre-sale? I know that I always miss it. It's almost like 2 weeks before cookie sales start. I can't remember.
Wendy, are you referring
to adult?
Yes.
Okay.
So the hoodies and the banners. When about when? How?
January 19th will be the final day that they can place that order.
Okay.
And the nice thing is they can click on the link and they can put all their information in there, and then they can pay with their Troop credit card, with their own credit card, with a check, and then it will be shipped to the volunteers directly from the cookie company, and there is no shipping. The cookie company is paying for the shipping of those items.
I was in the store, Julie's Boutique today in Lincoln, and they've got the little cookie carts too. Nikki Wenzel, I think your daughter had one. There's 3 cases of cookies that fit in those. Pretty handy.
There you go.
Any more
Okay,
questions?
how much? Sorry, Wendy, go ahead.
That's okay.
How
Go
much
ahead.
do the girls get per box? It's 60 cents for a troop with recognition, 70 cents for a troop opting out. When is pickup for order forms and materials? We're still working on that. I think in Lincoln, we're going to do a drive-through type thing. So where I have 2 volunteers come and help me and you guys drive through to pick it up all in one time. And then once, if you can't make that time work, we'll work it out with you to pick it up since the offices are all still closed. Gluten-free will be available online. Will the ability of booths still be the same, or will there be some stores that don't allow it because of COVID? Currently, we are still in negotiations with Walmart and Sam's to determine the parameters for the 2021 booths. Will they offer swag sales such as shopping sacks and booth tablecloths? There is the bags. We do have the thank you bags on the adult recognition order. And the tablecloths, I've seen a couple of them in the Juliet's boutique recently. So you can get those from your local Juliet's boutique. Will we have cookie mask? No, we do not have cookie mask for our girls. Carrie says she loves the cookie cart. I love the cookie cart too that Wendy was talking about. How many girls would we like at a cookie booth sale? We want 2 adults and at least 2 girls there.
Just a shameless plug for.
Instead of booths at Walmart, could drive-throughs be set up in the corner of the lights like they did for Halloween? Oh, my phone scrolled. Hold on. For our Halloween treats. We'll have to get back to you on that. We're still in negotiations with Walmart and Sam's.
I'll give a shameless plug for mask making. There's lots of cute Girl Scout material out there, and I know a store that gives us a discount where it can be purchased. I've seen a lot of cute masks that girls and their co-leaders have made that have Girl Scout themes on them. We were talking about masks, right?
Yes. Are we extending last year's cookie dough? Currently, it was through December 1st, but I'm sure we're going to extend it more since we haven't had any programs or been able to get the girls into shop. That's one of the things that the girls like to do, is come in and shop with it.
Melissa, just to clarify, are they talking about the 2019 cookie dough or the 2020
It
cookie dough?
says last year's cookie dough. So,
2019.
yeah. Sarah, are you talking about 19 or? Oh, cookie dough will be extended indefinitely right now, I'm just told. And if we go to put a date on it, there will be plenty of information out there on Facebook and email and all that when we finally decide to put a end date on the cookie dough.
And Melissa, in addition to that too, I want to remind people that cookie dough is being distributed differently this beginning with the 2020 cookie program. It will be the same thing with nut bucks for the fall program. The information will be emailed directly to the parents with their cookie dough card number, the amount on the cookie dough, and how with a website that they can watch where their cookie dough is going. And so parents need to be aware to watch for those emails.
Good point, Vicki. Will we know Walmart and Sam's booth availability before the initial order is to be placed? I think they're going to visit that on January 1st. They're going to start talking about that again to see where we're at and what numbers look like and everything. So hopefully by January 15th, we'll have some information, but as of right now, we're still in negotiations with them. Carrie, yes, it's still Bree. I'm just scrolling down. Hold on. Sarah, I'll look into your email. Are you talking about fall this year or fall last year for Nutbucks? And yes, Stephanie, we would love to see photos of the mask that you made for your brownie troop. Nutbucks haven't gone out this year yet. They haven't done the ACH. So they go out at the same time as the other recognitions do. So you wouldn't have received this year's Nutbucks yet. And we will give plenty of notice before an expiration date is enforced for the cookie dough and the Nutbucks that you guys currently have.
Wendy just asked a question about the difference of troops and IGMs. So I did talk a little bit about it as far as filling out an intent form. So traditionally, most girls will sell as part of a troop, but they do also have the opportunity to sell if they are registered individually, or even if their troop is not participating and they still want to participate, they can participate as an individual girl. And in those cases, those girls will work directly with the product program managers in their area to place their orders, to get their cookies, like that. And then they still get the same recognitions as the troop girls and troops do. They get troop profit in the form of cookie dough, and so that they can use that to buy things for their program, whether it be badges or register for events or credit to travel bucks if they want to go on a big trip. Good question, Wendy.
Do we have anything else in the question log, Melissa?
It shows people are typing, so
Okay.
hold on.
Hold on. Yep.
Yes, Seward has the same cookie cupboard. It's going to be Lacey again. And then Heather says, can we make sure the individual girl gets the information the same as the troop? Yes.
Yes.
You will. You'll get all the information that the troops get. Heather, are you, what town are you in?
So to clarify, is that a question regarding a girl that's in the troop selling as an individual girl, or a girl that's actually registered as an individual girl member?
Fremont. And is Heather, is she an IGM or is she in a troop selling as an IGM? Jennifer, yeah, there'll be a cupboard in McCool.
You know what we're looking at the question log and getting answers for those questions. I just want to thank all of you for participating. I know that your lives are full and your schedules are busy, but sincerely that we appreciate the time that you take to get caught up on these opportunities and participate with us. So again, thank you for doing that.
Do we think initial cookie pickup at the warehouse will be similar to past years? Vicki, want to answer that?
Can you say it again, Melissa?
Do we think initial cookie pickup at the warehouse will be similar to past years?
Are we, which warehouse are we referring to?
Candace, are you in Omaha? Are you picking up at IGO? And then Amy, while I'm waiting for Candace's answer, Amy says, for example, Lincoln is in the red now. What if during sales it still is and shutdown happens? Does troops get help or strategies to help sell? Last year, we felt you guys wouldn't offer any help for troops that had a lot of cookies left. Cancel still got their money, but troops lose a lot. Amy, we work with you and come up with strategies and places for you to contact for sales. We were lucky that we were one of the councils that didn't have very many days left of COVID, but GSUSA and across the country came up with some pretty fantastic ideas that we can work with you on if we have, if we're in the red and having issues. Candace, it says that Omaha warehouse. Okay. Fall, they did fall distribution out there at the warehouse and it went fantastic. So it looks like we can still do cookies out there and be safe. Jennifer wants to know if, and also Amy, we are creating other avenues for sales. We've learned a lot over the last year with COVID and everything that we've been dealing with. So we're working on it. Okay, Jennifer wants to know if any linking cupboards are not available this year. My only cupboard, Jennifer, that is not coming back because of COVID currently is Carroll off of 84th and Adams. Heather, I have you on my list to make sure that we get you contacted and all of your information gets to you. And since she is selling as an IGM, just make sure you have your intent form filled out for her. Candace says, does councils have supplies we can use like cones for drive-throughs? We do not. In the Lincoln office, I do not have any cones or anything for that. Kimberly wants to know, what are some of these excellent ideas that other councils implemented to get rid of cookies in COVID hot areas? Well, we had some big corporate sponsors purchase. We had corporate sponsors purchase to do donations to food banks and local food pantries.
Melissa, in
We are
addition to,
expanding online opportunities with the marketing and sales department. Go ahead, Vicki.
I was going to say some of the things that councils did that were dealing with COVID last spring is they did a national cookie link where councils could actually put a link in the booth finder and people could purchase cookies and help councils out that way as well, you know, and how much and things like that. So GSUSA is coming up with all kinds of ideas, and as Melissa already mentioned, you know, because of their experiences, we can start using some of those ideas as well. And as Wendy has mentioned too, we encourage all of you to share with us if you have an innovative idea or you know, a thought about maybe a different way to sell cookies. Let us know. We'd be happy to you know, take all your suggestions and see if we can you know, tap into those previously untapped customers that maybe don't get cookies. We hear it all the time. Nobody comes to my door. Nobody's contacted me. So if you have some innovative ideas, if you have some suggestions, please contact any of the product program team or your troop support specialists and let them know, and they can pass it on to us as well.
And there's also a Facebook page for each of the areas, Southeast area, Central, so forth, that is hosted by the troop support specialist. And that's also, those pages were started for co-leaders as a mechanism to communicate and share ideas. So please make sure that you're using those you know, to their fullest extent, because there are a lot of great exchange of ideas there, as well as that's usually the first place that a lot of information gets posted. So if you are not friends with your troop support specialist Facebook page, send them a request.
We are also working on other corporate partnerships that will help girls reach their goals this season. And Bree wants to know about shipping costs. We will look into the supplies for drive-through booths for you guys to see if we can get some. Online shipping, we just got the information yesterday, so off the top of my head, Bree, I don't know the breakdown yet in my head yet. We will post it on our website, a breakdown of it, and then it will also be covered in training. Vicki, do you have any insight on that?
Just exactly what you said that we did. We're just finalizing it, and we'll be posting it on the website and covering it in training. So I do know that the more packages that customers purchase, the better the discount. So it's like with anything that you buy.
Amy wants to know if she can get her supplies before the Zoom cookie training. I don't have all my supplies in Lincoln yet. I'm hoping to get them this week. They normally come the week of Thanksgiving, but I haven't got all of them yet. Shipping's a little bit slow with COVID, so hopefully I will have them and we'll figure out the drive-through situation next week. For the Lincoln, you'll have to contact your product program manager in your areas to see how they're going to do paperwork. As soon as I get it, Amy, I'll let you guys know. And I think that's all the questions so far. If I missed your question, post it again. Shipping is less than what other areas will pay for an in-person box. You can pull a lot of the training materials and stuff. If we don't have it, you can pull a lot of the training materials up online to follow along during training. I know some of you guys use your phones though, so that might be a little bit difficult, but. Rose wants to know, can we set up cookie booths with other businesses besides Walmart and Sam's? Yes, my area has started to set up cookie booths already. Some stores are allowing you to come in. Some haven't decided if they're going to allow you to come in. When you call, they will let you know where they're at on that. Can I advertise sales on my car? If so, how is that limited? Vicki, do you know?
I would say let's check into that one for sure.
Okay. Yes, Matt, we're still at $4 a box this year. Everybody around us increased their prices. Nebraska is the only one that did not increase their prices. So we are $4 and then $5 for gluten-free. Will the restrictions on online advertising and social media platforms be changing? COVID is restricting face-to-face a lot. Candace, last year we had some different rules and guidelines come out for online and Facebook and social media and stuff. We cover that in training, and there's also a flyer that we have that shows the rules and the guidelines for it. Vicki cut out a lot in the beginning. I never heard if there was door to door. We currently, we're still working with the guidelines and stuff, but yes, if your girls feel safe to go door to door, they can, but that's up to the parents and your discretion. Vicki, you want to touch on that?
I was going to say the same thing, that it's up to the parents, if they feel safe, if they feel more comfortable with just people they know. Cookie sales is still almost 3 months away, so things could change a lot in that time, but and it could be worse. We don't know. So you're just going to have to take every day as it goes, and again, whatever the parents and the girls feel safe and comfortable with.
Training starts December 7th, and it will be all virtual this year. And if you cannot get onto a virtual training, we will also offer the recorded one that you can watch at your discretion in timely manner. They also have girl delivery, purchase online girl delivery, just like we did with fall. So they'll be able to purchase online, pay for it online, and then do girl delivered for their local people. Are the materials available in Spanish? Order cards are available in Spanish, but that is all currently that is available in Spanish. Vicki, can you review booth sales for me? February 19th to
March 21st.
Thank you. We've had some great questions.
Yes. Melissa, I was going to add that a couple of things that Wendy had typed in the chat too is one of the things you might suggest, or that we could suggest to troop leaders that are asking about supplies for a drive-through booth, maybe check with your parents or your community partners. Maybe they would be willing to help supply some of those items, cones or signs or paper or, those type of things. Maybe they would be willing to help out with that. I think you answered a question about getting, do they have to take training before they get the supplies? We would encourage them to do that, but in some situations, we'll work with a TCN's one-on-one to get supplies applies to them. Square and Venmo is another means for doing contactless selling. They could use those, you know, the Smart Cookies app will also have the ability for girls and troops to take credit card payments through the app. So there's several different ways that girls and parents and troops can do contactless selling and not have to worry about taking money in person. Good questions, Wendy. Good comments.
I got more questions.
Okay.
Who chooses which cookie gets discontinued? Well, it's not me. This more is my favorite.
Exactly. That would be GSUSA.
Carrie Allschwede says, from a healthcare provider's perspective, I would not count on COVID being improved by cookie time this year. We will have to be creative in selling safety for our girls and customers this year. Yes, that is very true, Carrie.
Thank you for that comment, Carrie.
Can troops or individuals opt out of girl delivery? Vicki, do you know? I haven't seen it in the system yet. Okay.
So basically when girls send information to their customers, they have the option of only sending them a direct ship link. If they want to offer them girl delivery, they just check the checkbox, and basically that offers girl delivery. But if they leave the box unchecked, it will not offer the customers that option.
Is there no fee like shipping associated with girl delivery? No, there is not, because your girl will be delivering it. Is there still a fee for credit cards through the app? Yes.
Yes.
There is.
It will be the same as last year, and we'll cover that in training as well.
Can girls stand on sidewalks and hold signs for cars driving by on the street? I haven't been asked that question before. Vicki, have you?
I have not. I mean, I'm kind of befuddled.
Amy, I'll have to get back to you on that. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know. Yes, Venmo is a great app for you guys to use.
And Melissa, they have to tie that to their troop checking account, correct?
Yes. Yep. Wendy, you see the troops financials. Do very many of them use Venmo?
I think we're having more and more use Venmo. I think as we can become more comfortable with it, in our personal use, there are, I wouldn't say a lot, but there are some. And I mean, that's another reason why those Facebook pages are great resources, because and then also there's some other things that co-leaders have done and resources they've used that if you ask the question, then you'll get a bigger answer or maybe a different solution than you thought maybe was possible. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Sorry.
Amy, I got your answer. Yes, if they are supervised and safely off the street and have a drive-through booth set up on the side of the street, you can. Ashley wants to know, is there, sorry, phone scrolled. Is there fees when ordering online and girl delivered? No, there is not. Heather said she's done the drive-through on the street and it's worked out great.
That's awesome. If she'd be willing to share some of her experiences, that would be fantastic.
We do have a new flyer this season that covers safety guidelines for drive-through booths that will be posted online. And you will also get with your materials when all of our materials are done being printed and you pick them up. Tanya says, do both of the adults at the booth have to be registered volunteers? Or can one be registered and one be a parent? Wendy, you want to cover that?
Yes, to both adults have to be registered and background screened. They don't have to necessarily be in code leader roles, but they do need to be in an adult support role, which is a tier of leadership that requires a background screen. So the answer is yes.
Is there a way to track Venmo back to the girl, payment back to the actual girl? I'm not familiar with Venmo yet. So Wendy, Vicky, you know?
I'm not familiar with Venmo either.
That's a good question.
I mean, I check into.
Yes, I have a tendency to think they can be, because when you get Venmo'd, you know who it's from. So yeah, let us work through it, and maybe that can be one of our a Facebook post or a follow up.
Jen says, so we can set up a drive-through on my street. Yes, make sure you enter it in the cookie booth scheduler, and hopefully you live on a busy street.
And make sure it's not in the middle of the street.
Yes, Jen, stay out of the middle of the street. I was just told Venmo is, hold on, let me go back there, is for troop use only. It's a person-to-person payment app.
And then I just had a volunteer text me saying that you can comment on a Venmo message. And so that sounds to me like that's a training mechanism at the troop level, so that if you're keeping track of money that's coming in by girl, you're standardizing that message. Does that make sense?
Yes. Good idea, Heather. You set up the cones for one way in and out, and then they just make a line. Perfect.
Awesome.
Yes, Ashley, good idea. If you have a neighborhood site like next door, to let your neighbors drive by, or maybe a park for them to drive through. That's a good idea. In our drive-through flyer, we'll illustrate the best way for you guys to set up safety-wise and follow the guidelines for the COVID situation we're in. And it's a very detailed flyer, isn't it, Vicky?
Yes, it is. Bank drive-throughs on Sundays might be a good another location to set up cookie booths.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Some things that the troops can be working on with their girls right now to help them prepare for the cookie sale as well is to work on the cookie badges, the cookie pins, financial literacy badges. Those are all things to help them build their skills as well. And that might help them create ideas about how to participate in the sale safely as well.
Jennifer says, I'm not understanding Venmo completely. I use it, but how would you link it to our troop account when people have to verify themselves? That would be a good question to ask on our Southeast Nebraska page. I'm sure there's plenty of troops out there that use Venmo. Venmo is only for use with friends and family, is what I'm told. For contactless payment. I'm not familiar with Venmo at all. I've never used it, Jen. So
If we've got someone who is proficient at Venmo and wants to offer their expertise, we could set up a Zoom call or even host something like that at the service unit level. So again, your troop support specialist would be your point of contact for something like that. Troop and your service unit managers.
we can also get more into that during training once we all figure it out. Since I haven't used it, I'm not familiar with it. Oh, Nikki Palmer just posted option 1 is troop Venmo used at booth options, and number 2 is family use personal Venmo accounts and then write check to the troop.
Okay.
And Ashley wants to know if it's wrong for them to use personal Venmo, then write one check to the troop. We take all financial responsibility when we sign for the cookies. Wendy, you're the one that does the financial side.
Ooh, this is defaulting to me. Let's you and I talk about that. I've got to think about, I mean, it makes sense, but I want to think it through before we give an answer.
I was just told that's fine.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I don't use it, so.
Well, and actually that is probably more consistent with what we said on the front end about yeah, I don't want to speak out of turn here. So folks who are paying for cookies are Venmoing the money to a personal account, and then that account is either tied to, I mean, in most cases, I mean, that would be tied to my personal checking account. So, I mean, that makes sense. And I don't know that we would really want that tied to the troop checking account. That's more of a function of a square, I think.
Yep. And it's no different than a parent taking a personal check, then depositing it into their account, then writing a check for the troop. Very true. Very true. Yep.
That's what I was going to say.
Yep. Nikki says, ask any teen about Venmo. I'll have to do that because we don't use it. Candace says they use the square and manage the individual girls. Yep. A lot of my troops use the square, so, or the app to pay. Okay. It's a lot of good information tonight.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Great questions.
Thank you, Melissa and Vicki, for being on. This is great. And then we've got a person behind the scenes that deserves a thanks. Susan Payne is our marketing person, and she is she's been on here to make sure that things go smoothly, and she's monitoring the log, the question log also, and was available in case we had technical difficulty. And other than my laptop wanting to take off, as far as it sounding like a helicopter, I think we're doing great. So, Susan, thanks for being on, spending your evening with us. Melissa and Vicki, the same. Thanks for helping. And
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for hosting.
information. Yeah.
Jen will cover more Venmo at training. I just need some more education on it and how it works. So, right, Vicki?
Yes.
Does that take us to the end of the question log for now?
I was just told they cannot tie troop accounts to Venmo, so it's just personal accounts.
Okay.
So, yep, we're at the end of, people are still typing, but
Okay.
end of the questions.
Okay, let's kind of see how those last few questions come in. Just to reiterate, if you get off here and you have a question that wasn't answered and you can't go back and refer to it, just know that there are resources out there. A product program manager in your area, troop support specialist, always member support, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. You know, those of you that are on tonight, maybe be the the carriers of the message. I mean, if you're talking to other co-leaders or you run into other co-leaders or other parents, and they've got questions, and you've heard something on this call that could help them, help spread the word of how cookies are going to work, and that it's business as usual. Melissa, you got anything?
Nope, everybody's just saying thank you, happy Thanksgiving, thanks, great info. Everybody's, no more questions yet.
Okay, I know there were a couple periods of time that people had problems maybe hearing, and so if there's blanks there that we need to fill in, definitely give one of us a call, and we'll walk you through that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, for sure.
Absolutely.
All right.
And
Thank you.
Amy, yes, you do need education. Amy Ottman says we don't need no education.
Can anyone sing? I can't sing, or else I'd sing it.
No, I can't sing.
All right. With that, we're going to call it a night. Again, thank you for spending an hour with us, and your commitment to the girls is appreciated, and as evidenced by your participation on the call tonight. So thank you so much, and have a great rest of the evening.
Thanks, everybody. Have a
Thanks,
great night.
everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.